Hi everyone. I wanted to post a short video on gender of nouns in Spanish. So, gender of nouns, what does that mean? In English, we don't have gendered nouns, but in Spanish, we do. So, a long time ago, when the language was being developed, it's a very old language, and for whatever reason, um, nouns were put into one of two categories. They were either male, masculine nouns, or female, feminine nouns. And so we're going to talk about that in a second. But as you can see here, we have casa and comida. Both of those words end in an A. These words are feminine nouns. Then we have libro and museo. Both of these end in an O, and they're masculine nouns. And that is going to affect our article. The article is a word that comes before casa or libro, comida or museo, that simply gives deeper meaning. So, el libro and el museo, el means the, okay? So el libro means the book, el museo means the museum. For feminine nouns, we would say la casa, the house, la comida is the food. So el and la are our articles, and they match the gender of the noun that they describe. We also have some words that are people words. For example, the word conductor. Conductor means driver or chauffeur. So el conductor means the male driver. How would you say the female driver? To say the female driver, you would need to put an A on the end of conductor, so you have conductora, and then you would put a la in front. La conductora, the conductor, the chauffeur, the driver. Okay? We have other words that talk about people as well, such as the word artista. Words that end in ista can show either male or female gender. So we could say Pablo Picasso, the famous Spanish artist, we could refer to him as ista, but we would differentiate between a male and a female by saying el artista. If we were talking about Frida Kahlo, we would put la artista. So even though the word ends in ista, if you're talking about a male, you still aren't going to change it to isto. You would always leave ista, and then just show gender by the article that you use. Okay. And one final one I want to point out to you is the word estudiante. Estudiante is very similar to artista, in that with the word estudiante, we don't know the gender of the person we're talking about. So to show gender, we would use the article. It would either be el estudiante or la estudiante. El estudiante if we're talking about a male student, la estudiante if we're talking about a female student. Finally, we have a rule that pertains to non-living things. So we just talked about artista, estudiante, conductora. Those nouns pertain to living things. And so we know now what to do to make them masculine or feminine. So if, like I've said, if a word is masculine, it would either end in O, but it could also end in MA. And you're like, whoa, that ends in an A. How am I going to know? The word will always end in MA. That is one exception. An example is programa. It is not la programa. It is el programa. And then finally, we have words that end in S that are singular. For example, el autobús is a singular noun. So if it ends in a noun and it's a singular word like el autobús, el país, it's going to be masculine. In other words, for words that end in an A, it could be sion or dad. For example, la nación o la unidad, all feminine words.